Hello students, I'm Himani Sharma, your educator. I warmly welcome you all on our YouTube channel where we in today's video are going to discuss some important PYQs which are related to the unit of ICT, that is Information and Communication Technology. So what PYQs are we going to discuss? First of all, PYQs, we all know they stand for previous year questions. So previous year questions from the June batch particularly of the year 2023 we are going to discuss. Now, in the very beginning of the video, I would want to make sure of this particular thing that you guys are knowing and you guys have watched the previous videos. Secondly, the thing which is important is the approach that you guys should be using while watching this video is that you can view the question, you can pause your screen, take your time, look at the options and gradually move forward by then playing the video, because I will be gradually moving forward and telling you the answers one after the other. Correct? So whenever you see a question popping up on the screen, pause it down there only, read it carefully, giving yourself enough time to analyze the question and then play it again to view the answer. Correct? So without wasting any further time, let's just look at the very first question, which is in the listed format. So in list 1, you are provided with the data transmission modes in computer network. List 2 provided with the description. So you'll have to see which one of them matches with the other one, and you will have to have your own time by pausing the videos. The answer to this question is option D. That is A is to 2, B is to 1, C is to 3 only. The other slide also contains the same thing here only. Simplex is some sort of data transmission mode in the computer network where data can only be sent or received. So ये एक unidirectional होता है. It is not bidirectional, right? So when you are sending data from one computer to the other and the data transmission network which is being used, उसमें simplex है, then the data can either be sent or received. So one-way communication using the computer network would be there. Then we have the duplex, where you can send the data and receive at the same time. So here, thing is being done simultaneously, right? Data bhi receive ho raha hai and then you are replying as well. So let's just take an example. Yahan pe, if we try to talk about duplex samjhane ke liye, I am going to give an example of WhatsApp. So here, I am sending a file, I am sending a text from the other network at the real time. The message is being sent to me. So sending, receiving happens at the same time simultaneously. Correct? Then we have half duplex, which is the amalgamation of simplex and duplex, where can be sent and received but not at the same time. Simultaneous, there will be no simultaneous exchange over the network of the data that you want to send. You can either send it or you can receive it, but not at the same time. एक time पे send ही होगा, एक time पे receive ही होगा. Correct? So that's that. Then we have the next question here, which is provided in 2 statements, where statement 1 says that shareware is a software that the users can try out for a trial period only before being charged. On the other hand, statement 2 says that freeware is a software that the users download free of cost, free of charge, but they cannot modify the source code in any way. So take your time again, pause the screen, try to answer the question. The options are provided here. The answer to this question is option A. Both of the statements are correct in their nature, because in shareware, what we do, users can try out for a trial period of time only before being charged. So let's just take an example of Avast antivirus. That is a shareware. We can consider it a shareware because we get 30 days of trial here. Amazon Prime for that matter. You can get 30 days of trial, and then after 30 days, when the 31st day is there, you will be charged with some amount of money. Correct? But in freeware, the things, the application, the software, etc. will be provided to us. The name itself is suggesting it's free of cost, but you will not be the one jahan pe aap source code you can change. Correct? What is the source code now? Let's just try to talk about something which is in the open source format. ठीक है? And then proprietary. Open source and proprietary source software, what are the differentiation between the two? In the open source software, you are provided with the source code. Now here, if I'm trying to talk about the source code in a general way, source code matlab whatever the coding to make that freeware has been there, you will not be able to change or modify it. The application will remain the same. If it has the feature of not exiting, it will not be having any feature like that. Correct? So whatever you have downloaded, whatever you are using, it will remain the same. The coding would be provided to you. You can use the application free of cost. Moving forward to the next question, but in the proprietary software, of course, you'll have to pay for the software after a certain point of time. So proprietary software would be considered under the shareware thing. The next question is, the computer processor will operate fastest when the data that it wants it is in what? You can take your time. The answer to this question is option A, that is when the data is in the cache memory. Now, one thing which I want to put an emphasis on through the particular question only, from the question we are making one question out here as well, which has been asked in the NET examination, where they time and again have asked about the memory hierarchy of the computer. So if we are talking about the fastest unit, here we were not provided with the option of CPU registers. But if we would have been provided with the option of CPU register, तो वहां पे हमारा आंसर CPU registers होता. You need to learn the hierarchy, the memory hierarchy in computer. First of all, which is the fastest? It is the CPU registers, which are the fastest unit of memory in a computer. They have the fastest access time to send and receive data and all. Correct? The instructions as well. Then we have the second thing. This is registers. Correct? Then we have the cache memory, which is the second fastest after CPU registers. Then we have the primary memory. Then we have secondary. Primary mein we have RAM, ROM and all, right? Here in the, then we have tertiary storage, tertiary memory and all. Secondary consists of hard disk drives, right? Solid disk drives and all, HDDs, etc. Tertiary is something now which has magnetic tapes and all, right? All these things. So you'll have to memorize the hierarchy in the particular manner. This one is the fastest and this one is the slowest of them all. Correct? So this is the hierarchy that you should be learning. Now in cache memory, we have this memory as a built-in technology in the computer system, which gives us rapid access to any instructions, any data that we are looking forward to. CPU को efficient बनाती है because all the memory is stored mostly in the CPU only, and because of the fact that it is speedy, but after registers only, the performance is enhanced if we try to talk about other modes of memory as well, and it's the fastest after CPU registers. The next question here is, which of the following should always be regarded as security risks to computer system? Regarded as. The answer to this question is option B, that is C and D only. C and D only. The other three things are not an issue for security things. And let me just give you this thing here only. VoIP stands for what? VoIP stands for Voice over Internet Protocol. So what are protocols? Protocols are certain rules that the computer or the networks also use to communicate with one another. Here VoIP is something because ये बार-बार पूछा गया है, hence I'm putting the emphasis on here. VoIP's full form has been asked. Example for the same would be WhatsApp calling, because we are using the internet connection to connect with the other person at the receiving end, receiver and sender. So we are calling someone, we are on the Skype call and all. This is voice over internet. We are using internet to put our voice across and talk to the other person on the call, on the video call, etc. Correct? Coming back to the question, they have asked security risks की तरह किनको regard किया जाता है? These two are the ones. Farming and fishing, right? Farming and virus. So here, farming here is something which is similar to phishing as well. Similar to phishing, because it's going to harm your computer system, going to hack and all, provide you with much and more of spam and all. Correct? So here, what you're going to get, phishing is what? Phishing is when something on your email, a message pops up, or in your email box and all, which says that you will have to click on the link, which seems to be legitimate in its own self, but it is a spam. And the spam is going to scam you for any kind of financial fraud as well. So it comes in the legitimate box, that is an email. So farming is something which has some kind of security risk because it's type of a virus, it's type of a malware. Then virus, of course, it's a code which is there to harm our computer's data, corrupt it maybe, or use it for the hacker's benefit and all. Correct? Moving forward to the next question, which of the following components are part of CPU of the von Neumann model for a computer system? The answer to this question is option D. That is A, C, and E. These three form the CPU, right? Because we have the registers, which are the fastest memory, right? And arithmetic logic unit, which is used to perform what? Which is used to perform the mathematical functions, right? And control unit to control the things, the files, etc., the memory and all in the CPU's memory. Correct? So these three fall under the von Neumann model for the computer system. Just by giving you a name, they have tried to confuse you out here, but no worries, the answer I have provided you with, considering the model as well. Then we have the next question, which is something that you'll have to provide me as an answer in the comment section below. So statement 1 says, compared to word processors, simple text editors such as Notepad and Emacs have limited editing features. On the other hand, statement 2 says that files created with simple text editors such as Notepad and Emacs cannot be opened with the word processor. So you'll have to drop down the answer in the comment section below and we will try to provide you with the correct answer here. I'll see you guys in some other video. Till then, you guys keep on studying. Thank you so much and have a good day. Bye-bye.